Well, hello everybody. In this occasion, we're gonna be doing a LeetCode challenge, and this is 1220 some vowels permutation. It's a hard challenge. The description says given an integer n, the task is to count how many strings of that n can be formed under the following rules. Each character is a lowercase vowel: a, e, I, o, u, and the condition for every one of the vowels. So, for example, vowel A might only be followed by an E. Each vowel E might only be followed by A and I. So there's a few examples here. We need to return the permutations that are possible with n combination of vowels. So let's jump to the whiteboard, and I'll be switching back and forth the tabs here. So we need to put first the rules, right? So we have the 5 vowels A, and each one of them a condition, right? So for letter A, it said that we only can have an E next to it. So have an E. For letter E, it can only have I and E. So E and I. Letter I might not be followed by another I. So you can have all the other ones except itself. B, O, and letter O. It might only be followed by an I or U. I, U, or U. Might only be followed by an A. Those are conditions, and we need to check for permutations of n. And for example, let's say 2. How many possibilities we have to construct different words with these conditions and this power. So I guess there are 2 ways we can make this. We can make in such a way that we count after or we count before our permutations. But basically, what we're gonna do in this occasion will be to create a matrix. We will do dynamic programming. So we have a DP, right? Will be a grid, and inside this grid, we're gonna have something like this. We have uh, so the columns will be the vowels, and the rows will be how many permutations we have. So replace. So it will be we have 1, we have 2 letters, we have 3 letters, and so on, right? If we have just one letter, we can only have uh, one letter. So we will put in this column we can only have one A. So we put 1. We can only have one E. Can only have one I, and so on. So if we have n equals to 1, we can sum all these permutations. So it will be equals to 5. Sorry. Ah. So next, if we have 2, then we're gonna think, okay, if we have A, how can we follow the A? Or so how can we reach a point when the second vowel is an A? We need to check our conditions in checking where an A and E can follow. So we have and E, for example, have here, we have an I and U. So next, what we need to do is to sum the previous combination and check where it can follow. So we need to put an A here. We're gonna grab the value previously to A, so it will be 1. And we need to check for I, it will be this, and U, it will be this. So it can come from these values. So we're gonna sum all these three and put it in here. And we do the same for the others. Like it's gonna get something missing here, but for E, it can come from an A, can come from an I, and that's it. So it can come only for those two, and for this, it will be 1 plus what is in the position of I, so it will be 2. So for I, can come from all of this. So we're gonna sum all of this, so it will be 4. For sorry, that is a mistake. It can come from a O, E, and that's it. So it will be 2. And so we're gonna do this, and it will give us right at the end. Okay. O, O, I. This. So after we have all permutations, we need to sum them. So we will 3 plus 2, that's 5, plus 2, that's 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Put here. And after that, we're not gonna choose do the same for the next row. So we're gonna sum the previous path to that possible vowel. So let's jump right into the code. We're gonna copy this. Let me do something. Oh, it says something about model, right? So is the answer might be too large? Return modulo 10 to the power of 9 plus 7. So it's Google. It will be this. Sorry. And so it's a long modulus equals and just to have better readability, and separate them like this. So it will be 1,000,000 7 R a long count initiate 0. We have our matrix TP. Sorry, long P equals to new long. And we said that the numbers of rows will be n, and the numbers of vowels is just 5. And we're gonna put our rows in here. For A, we said you only cannot allow E after A, E, I, O, U. to say this. Two. Okay. So we need to keep in mind too that, for example, this is a position 0, I mean column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Sorry. We want to do a for loop for int equals 0 to, let's say, for I 0 to n, right? And we're gonna do tp I 0. So we're gonna be calculating the, sorry, the first one we already know that it is for I equals 5 e row. The first row it will be all equals to 1. Just do that out. So that will be this part, right? And after that, yes, we're gonna do the calculation starting from 1 because I already know the first one. So for letter A, we need to calculate. It can only come from E. Sorry, for letter A, it can come from E. It can come from I, and the column 4. So we can that to bring me whatever is at the previous row, I plus minus 1. Sorry, and we're gonna say the first one will be column 1 plus the same, but for column 2, that is I, and the next one will be from U, that is 4. And all this we gonna return modulus. Okay, and we're gonna do the same for each one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be for A, E, I, O, U. So for letter E, it can come from A and I. So we 0, and the position of column I, that will be 2. For column 2, can come from column 1 and column 3. Column 1 and column 3. Or column 3, O can come from I, and that's it. We will just from U, it can come from 3 and 2. 3 and 2. So now the last row, we need to sum that up. So for I 5, sorry, are we gonna grab dp. The last one is n minus 1 and I. We're gonna sum not all of this count plus equals, and we need to do the modulus in here. It will be modulus whatever is in here by mod, and we're gonna return count. But it's alone, so we need to pass it to int. So let's try this. We're gonna solution object self solution dot on vowels, and let's do one example. If it's right, well, yes, we do it one, it will return 5. That's correct. And for 2, let's see, it should return us 10. Okay. From 5, that's 68, and that's correct. So just grab all up, submit. Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions, you can put it down in the comments. Bye bye.